I went out on the road with him and Farron one time.
Yeah.
And in catering, there was a cheese board. Like a
that motherfucker
charcuterie or whatever.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
The old cooter board.
The old cooter board, yeah. There was a cooter board.
Grab the KY, get yourself ready. You got some sliding to do. Hanging out with TL and the boys, maybe some critters too. So get your phone and get on the gram. You know where to find the man. Slide into the DMs. Girls on your mind. Slide into the DMs. Oh, baby, take your time. Slide, slip it on in. Here we go again. DM Monday.
Welcome back to another episode of the DM Monday podcast. I'm Trey Lewis, and we got my co-host here, Mitchell Wallace and Trey Bonner. But yeah, I had to give a country boy a call, Mr. Hayden Coffman. Give
what
it up
up,
for him.
boys?
How you doing, dude?
Dude, living the dream, man.
Yeah,
Happy to be here.
just better off.
Better off. I've got a few beers over here.
Yeah.
Bonner's got a stash. The world's
Yeah.
right.
We've been talking about doing this for a minute.
I know, man. It's long overdue. I'm a big fan of the pod.
Yeah,
A huge fan.
You be
I
watching
think
it?
I help the algorithm out a little bit.
He be watching front to back. I do see the Snapchats.
I watch it all the time, man. He likes to watch it with me sometimes, but
Yeah.
I can kind of like over podcast
Did you
her.
see the episode with Ryan Nelson and
That was a minute ago, but I think I definitely saw
Nikki
it.
T?
How many podcasts have you done in town already?
In town, like 0. I've done some like random ones like through the
I
phone.
feel like during COVID, everybody did
Yeah,
like
it was
on the phone
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
This is my first one that they've like video and
Yeah.
that
This
kind of
place is
deal.
kind of cool. It makes you feel like you're on a porn shoot. I haven't
I
been
know.
on a porn shoot, but I think this is what it would be
Has
like.
to be.
Like backroom couch casting.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yoda bed
What if we
couch.
started asking you weird questions and like pushing $100 at you? Just taking your
I
shirt
might
off?
start $100 for sure.
I mean, Mcilwain does live here, so there's no
Yeah.
telling what's happening on that couch.
I just saw a video that was questionable a minute ago. I'm on this. I don't know what I'm sitting in.
He was like, "Let me play you some of this Vince Gill, baby."
Every line in the house is on.
Then like, you know the girl's always like, "Can you play?" Oh,
Of course I
If
can.
Mcilwain gets drunk, dude, he will play guitar for
And
a
he
girl.
can pick it.
He can pick it.
He's better drunk.
He's got great rhythm for guitar, you know.
Yeah.
And he's a great drummer too. So
You're
He plays it
the
too.
you're the king of DMs though, right?
the king of DMs.
Yeah,
I
you
am.
fell in
Well,
love. You fell in love through DMs though, right?
Sadly,
Yeah, tell us about
sadly.
that. I heard a quick story about it.
Yeah, so
I heard this.
my girlfriend Alexis,
Yeah.
as y'all know,
she's here.
also
She's
known
over
as
there.
Lex. She's back there,
She'll make an appearance at some
staring me
point.
down
I'm
there.
guessing.
Yeah. She's already nervous. We met on Instagram, so it's very new age of us.
That's the #1 dating app.
Yeah, but
100%.
actually, like low key, she's the one that slid in because I got it like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I got it like
nice.
that. But
It's the wet hair, dude.
it's the wet hair, man. No, but I actually did it with the old school. Like, you know, I mean, y'all are single.
Yeah.
Everybody here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've all done this. The old, you go on Instagram. She's attractive. Every now and then, just
You like one of her pictures from 6 years ago?
Well,
Yeah.
not
what I do.
not that far ago. But
You got to like more than one to let
Yeah,
them
hit
know.
on three in a row.
yeah, because other than that, it could be like, oh, it could have been accidents. I hit her with 3. Then she comes back, another 3-piece. She 3-pieced me. And so then I still didn't sack up, and I just 2-pieced her. So I had 2 more likes.
Yeah.
So we're playing a little game here. Then
Yeah.
she just DMs me, and I can't remember. It was it's like, you have a beautiful voice. And I said, thanks, you're beautiful. And then it was over. I was like, what's your snap, girl?
Let's go.
Snap, girl.
That's Mcilwain's go-to.
What's your freaking snap, man?
Well, do the Mcilwain. Let me get your Snapchat impression.
Hey, let me get your Snapchat.
Oh, he lets her put it in there. Nice.
Yeah. One time we were in Minneapolis and somebody was like, said to Terry, was like, let me get your Snapchat. And Terry handed him his phone and they took off with it.
Oh,
So his
wow.
phone was open and they like stole all his money. Yeah.
Dang.
So you got to be careful giving people your Snapchats these days.
Yeah.
Or your phone.
Or your phone. Yeah. yeah.
or your phone.
Unlocked.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how that
seriously.
went down. And then, I mean, it was just, I didn't think anything of it. She had TWU in her bio, which I'm from East Tennessee. So in Athens, Tennessee, there's this place called Tennessee Wesleyan University.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, she's a local.
Yeah.
And then it turns out it's Texas Women's University. So I'm like, I'm never going to meet this girl. I've never been to
Yeah.
Texas in my life. And then, so we're like Snapchatting. And then eventually I'm like, you should come to Nashville. Just like, probably just horny flirting, you know? I'm just like, hey, you should come to Nashville, you know? And then she
You like
got,
zooming in on her pictures.
Yeah.
She should definitely come.
yeah,
to
like
Nashville.
she needs, you belong in Nashville. But, And then she actually ends up coming. I did not think she would, with some friends. Luckily, I'm sure as Mcilwain knows, he's always on the prowl. This place is easy to invite women to.
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey, make a vacation out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't even have to have anything planned.
No, just come out.
I'll meet you down on Broadway.
Literally. That was like the first time I met her was during CMA Fest, like a few years ago. And I was playing some non-CMA stage, some shitty thing on Broadway though. And it was actually the time of when they were doing the reboot Brooks and Dunn thing. So we went and watched that on Broadway. So that was kind of lit.
Magical moment.
Yeah, a little magical moment, but that's kind of how that went down. So good memory there, Bonner, with the DMs, baby.
Oh, I remember your address. Off the top of my head, Log Cabin Road.
Yeah, that was with the old chap, man. That was a throwback.
Because that's when we started hanging out after a collegiate baseball career.
What's this hat you got on?
Rough Hand brand. I need to take these shades off. I'm douching it right now. Sorry about that. These are also theirs.
Okay.
Shout out to Rough Hand brand.
You got a sponsorship with them or what?
I don't, but they might as well send me money because they send me boxes of shades. But I wear all their stuff. So
yeah,
looks good. Awesome.
It looks cool. Yeah,
they got some cool flashy stuff.
I thought you were from Texas, but then I also thought you were from Knoxville. So where are you from?
Knoxville, Texas. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
good enough for me.
Knoxville, Tennessee, East Tennessee.
Okay.
My family technically lives in like Sevierville.
Him and Kenny Chesney are like cousins. Yeah.
I wish, man. I wish. But
you have a Texas vibe to you, though. Where did that kind of come from?
I guess Lex. I mean, I don't know. I never heard that. But I like that. Is it the apparel? Is that what it is?
I guess maybe the hat is very Texas.
Yeah.
It's more of like a flat bill.
I think that's mainly just I got such a big ass head and long hair. I can't really wear I can't rock that. What Trey's doing.
Yeah, the Richardson.
Or else it'd be like a yarmulke on my head.
See, if I wear that, I look like an idiot. But,
you look like you're on a field trip or something.
Richardson, yeah.
Yeah. So that's when I wear those. I can't. I used to when I had short hair, but yeah, I don't know. I like Texas. I would never live there.
Whataburger or In-N-Out?
Do what?
Whataburger or In-N-Out?
In-N-Out's ass.
I would say Whataburger when you're. I don't think Whataburger's hitting in Tennessee though.
No, I agree. I don't think it's hitting.
We were pissed the other day when we went through the drive-thru. I was like, this shit's not hitting like it does in Texas.
No. If you get it at like 3 a.m., it's okay.
Yeah, man. If I've had a few drinks,
I love In-N-Out.
In-N-Out tastes like cardboard.
In-N-Out. I just honestly have only had it like if you eat In-N-Out in Texas, like with her friends or family, like you are a sinner. Like they're diehard Whataburgers.
Yeah, I know.
We never eat it there.
We played at what was that place that we played in Texas where you load in on the stage and it goes
Cowboys.
Cowboys in San Antonio.
Yeah, Cowboys in San Antonio. And I walked in there and they were like, "Y'all want some Whataburger?" I was like, "Hell no!" And
No,
they
you
were
did
like,
not.
they were pissed that I was like, didn't want Whataburger.
It's hilarious.
But I mean, I don't really like fast food. Honestly,
Yeah, I'm like
Chick-fil-A. I love
Jared,
Chick-fil-A.
I just
Chick-fil-A's
smashed
undefeated.
Chick-fil-A.
You only got 6 days a
week.
week to eat it, right?
Cane's chicken fingers also.
Yeah,
good.
Cane's is great.
Raisin
I mean,
Cane's
I hate
good.
to be slutty right here, but I like Cookout.
Cookout's great.
I like
move.
Cookout.
What's the
Cookout
cookout
is
tray?
good.
What's on your tray?
Oh God, man! I think you just got to go big double and two dillers,
Yeah.
2 chicken dillers on it, man. Yeah,
But you're a big Chili's guy, though,
2
right?
dealers.
dude, I love Chili's, man.
What is a diller?
What's a dealer?
Quesadilla.
Oh,
Quesadilla.
Y'all from Alabama? I know y'all say that.
Quesadilla.
shit.
Diller.
Yeah, a little
2
diller.
dealers.
Cookout's also good at 3 a.m. It's like Taco
Fire,
Bell
yeah.
and Waffle House.
When it came to
But I
Knoxville, when I
fuck
was
with
in high
Taco
school,
Bell too. That's
yeah.
good.
So I wasn't as big on Taco Bell. Lex is big on Taco Bell. So I've been like
They got
introduced
dealers.
well. They have good dealers.
They got
Good
great dealers.
Now, I will say when she doesn't agree. I think my go-to at the old Bell is like a Mexican pizza.
Yeah.
I think that slaps. But
Didn't they take
I was
that
so-
away?
they took it away for a while.
I was
don't
so
know why.
glad when it came back. God, but now they just added the nacho fries instead of the tacos with it, which is
Those are mid as fuck.
yeah. They suck.
Oh, Bonner.
I love nacho fries, man.
Dude, Jasper got some one
Dude,
time.
dip me
I was
in
like,
that
What's
cheese.
the
This
taco
fucking
with
sucks.
it's like a regular taco, but then it has a
Chalupa?
a bread,
Like a little quesadilla around it.
Gordita,
bread,
chalupa?
Diller. Yeah.
like a bread.
Chalupa?
I know what that's my
Gordita.
Chalupa or whatever.
Gordita, chalupa? One of
That's
those?
it. What you're saying is it? Cordilla. Cordita.
Gordito?
Gordito.
I just-
Cheesy
I just look on
gordita.
my
Cheesy Gordito.
I look on my Uber Eats what I got last time.
Listen, so she came to CMA Fest to visit, and then it was game on at that point. Did y'all date that day?
Pretty
What
much.
happened?
I mean, it was like the classic, like love, the
Then
summer
she
fling.
started visiting a little bit more comfortable?
Right,
Y'all
right.
kissed and that was it.
Yeah, I mean, it was over.
So then she started visiting just to see you.
Right, right. She
Cool.
started coming all the time, and I surprised her, which terrible idea because it's a terrible drive. Because she mainly flew, but I surprised her a few times in Texas.
Cool.
So
Driving, you drove to Texas.
Yeah, it's a lot of driving.
And you
that's fucking
surprised her driving.
Yeah, so one time we had gone just so
you just had to lie for a good couple days.
Yeah, we just lie and be like and we left at like 8 p.m. from here.
Yeah.
And showed up there at like 7 a.m. right, something like that. But it's brutal. It was a haul, and then I was like, well, we can't really date like if you're in Texas and not in Tennessee.
So in the vein of dating, we talked about this last night at the bar, and we talked about it a little bit before you got here. I have a very important question.
Okay.
That I think
I
we're
don't know
going to
if I'm
bring.
a dating god either.
We're going to bring Alexis in maybe to give us some answers here in a second. But we're all single here, and we've kind of been playing this dating game, and I keep hearing one word that I don't even know what it means.
Okay.
It's gaslighting. What does it mean to gaslight somebody?
So I'm so glad you said that because my videographer, shout out to Jade Langley, she just turned 21. Okay.
Yeah.
So
She's also amazing.
Yeah, she's
awesome.
a badass.
Yeah,
She's a badass.
she's great.
But don't let that head get big. All right. Anyways,
Let's gaslight her, whatever
she'll
that
say
means.
some shit like that, like because she's younger. She's like I said, 5 years younger than me. So I'm always trying to catch up on the lingo, which makes me feel old now. But she's like gaslighting. She overused that.
It's like a hype word.
I think it's like you're pretty much just lying, right?
Yeah.
Or leading on, right? That's how I gather it. Bonner,
I don't got a fucking clue, dude.
Alexis, you want to come sit and tell us what gaslighting is? Here, we'll stretch this mic over.
Or you can take
Get in the
mine.
middle between them two
Hop in
burly
here.
men.
Yeah, you'll get warm in here.
This makes me nervous.
I'm fucking cold.
Say what's up.
Hey. Honestly, I don't know. I've never.
Talking to Mike.
I've never.
We can hear you. It's fine.
I've never used that word. I think it's more so like you're manipulating.
Yeah.
All
Like
Urban
I'm
Dictionary.
going to say something to you that is more so like I'm gonna make you feel bad for what you feel, and I'm going. It's just it's manipulating, but a different
Yes.
word. I don't
It's
really
like what
know.
Mitch does to women, like where we're like, you were mean to them, but they. How did you say it earlier,
But then
Mitch?
you're mean to them, and then they get upset, but you're gonna make them feel bad. that
Feel
you
like
were
it was
that
their
you
fault.
were
You're
mean.
the-
They're right, but I
Yes.
make them feel like they're wrong.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really an intelligent thing to do.
So it's
Yeah.
like a law being a good lawyer.
It's
Yeah.
Urban Dictionary says psychological abuse.
Oh,
It's manipulation.
That's a big
A word.
Hey, we stay toxic around here.
Yeah.
A little psychological warfare.
Yes.
Yeah, I will say that I've definitely been gaslighted before, time and time again.
Have you ever gaslit someone? Is that the right use of that?
You ever lit someone on
You ever lit someone up?
Never lit someone on fire. I think I probably have at some point.
I think we all have.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Not
you have to
intentionally.
get, like you're saying, get that toxic shit out of you.
Yeah.
Just put it on somebody else.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's not my fault you made me punch you in the face.
Do you have any advice for the girls that are watching this that want to slide into our DMs? Like you slid into Hayden's?
Ooh, good question.
I say you can't be scared.
What did you say?
Just slide in.
If
What'd
you're
you say?
scared,
If
where
you're
do
scared,
you go?
where do you
Beautiful
go?
voice.
Church.
A beautiful
Go to
voice.
church.
Here's
What if
the
I don't
thing.
have a beautiful voice? What could they say?
It doesn't matter. I think if you're attracted to somebody, you just
Just
send
go
it.
for it.
Just say, hey, how are you?
So, like, if you weren't going to say my voice, like, what would you have said?
That's because he didn't have wet hair back then. He had afro.
And I had short hair.
Yeah, that
too,
slick back.
I would have just said, hey, cutie.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right. 1920s. Hey, sweetie pie.
I don't know. I just think you got to send it. I mean, I feel like the how we live now with social media, you just got to go for it.
It's also
Yeah.
like a numbers game now at this point. It's like,
And you can't be too like if they see it and they reply, you got to wait a minute.
You know, there's no
You
telling how
can't-
many people
you-
she DM'd that day, you know, besides me.
yeah, we be out here
Well,
simping around on this pod.
voice is that
Only Hayden.
Oh, yeah, right.
Good answer.
That is a solid answer.
How'd y'all link up with Jade? Because she's been on your team for probably, what, a year or two now?
Actually, just now coming up on a year, like a month or two, but she just reached out through DMs. Just sliding in the DMs.
sliding in the
baby.
DMs.
God, this is
DMs are open.
yeah,
Not
DM
in that
me.
way. You'll get killed.
Yeah. She has access.
Show them your guns.
Yeah. But now she hit us up, and then I was like, yeah, come on. I didn't have anybody really like all the time. I was actually about to play a cool show. So we had her out. We opened for
Trey Lewis.
it was Trey Lewis. No, it was, who was it? Dylan Scott at the fair
Yeah.
in Knoxville. So she came out, she killed it. She's also super young and like not like breaking my bank either,
Yeah.
you know. So like, and I was like impressed. So and then we had a tour come up with Chase, and I got some dates with you, and I was like, hey, you just want to come out here, like, because you know how it is nowadays.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, if you have a cool show and you don't have anybody there to capture it,
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Social media is all it's the way. I know Mitch
It's
is
the
all about it.
craze.
Y'all are all about it. Like that's just how it is. So when she's come in clutch for me.
Yeah.
Does she
I'm
live
trying
here
to
now?
remember how you and I met. I really don't remember. Do you remember the first time we met? Like the first thing I ever heard of you was through Bonner because
Bonner.
was friends with
Drake and Chandler.
Yep.
Chandler
Yeah.
and all those guys, and y'all used to live together, right?
I didn't live. I think they may have lived
Or
together.
y'all were
They went to
riding
college.
together
We
a
rode
lot.
together every day. I want to say the first time we met was a writers round. We played together at the listening room.
Really?
I want to say that's what it was. It was like me, you, Ella,
That
and
is
McKinney.
also true.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? I think something like that. That was like the first time I met you and Matt.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a great round
Yeah.
too. I remember thinking you were hilarious because
Yeah.
I've not really done many writers rounds.
Was that during like COVID?
It was like right before.
It was before Dig
Before.
Down and all
Okay.
that stuff. So like you were doing the thing of like singing your song and you just stop and tell a hilarious story, then go right back into singing. I was like, this guy is pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
I liked it.
There's an art to that, to the songwriter.
Dude, it's totally different than a real show, man. Like pulling that off is like also a talent. That's like it's partially like stand up comedy meets like public speaking, like motivational speaking, and then
Yeah.
and then songwriting.
Yeah.
You have to be entertaining, serious, and sing.
Yeah, and not
Yeah.
be boring, like be funny a little bit,
Yeah.
and not bore these people to death.
There's a really big art to that.
Where'd you learn that skill?
Oh gosh, I don't know, man. I before I did music and stuff, I used to get on my funny enough. Let's go back to the Snap, Mcilwain. I used to yeah, in high school, me and my buddy would do this thing on Snapchat stories and just pretty much get on there and like kind of just like roast some people, just say some crazy shit about what was going on in the high school and that kind of thing. And it kind of became this like big thing in Knoxville. Like I was not obviously doing music, but I had like a few thousand people on Snapchat because people would just come pull it up and watch it. And I would just say like bizarre off the wall shit. We called it Dipper Nation because it started by my best friend. He was starting to dip. We were like freshmen or something in high school. And
Did you dip?
I did not. Not then. I've dipped a few times. I'm not a dipper.
Yeah.
That's why it was funny.
You're
I would
not a
call-
tobacco user
No,
at all.
no. I don't use any tobacco. But
Same.
yeah, just a little beverage. Cheers to that. But oh yeah, so when you're first dipping, I'm sure did you dipped or used to?
I dipped. Yeah.
You still
I'm
dip?
on the Zen now. I'm off the
Hey, Lord forgive me
I'm
for my
off the
sins.
bait though.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
congrats.
For my
Nice.
sins.
Lord, forgive me for my sins.
Lord forgive me for my sins, man. But yeah, I would follow him around. So when he was first trying to dip around the older guys on our baseball team, he would just get so fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like hilariously. But I was like, dude, why do you keep doing it if you get so sick? So he would get pissed because also we went to like a Christian high school, private school.
Yeah.
And he didn't want anybody to be like seeing it, especially parents.
Yeah.
So I would start just pissing him off and videoing him
Yeah.
while he was doing this
Have something
shit.
to say, just
And he would get so mad, get sick. And so I would just start, for some random reason, and one day I was videoing him and I was like, he didn't know I was videoing. I was like, Dipper motherfucking nation, baby. And I just kept going like that. And he would get so mad. And all these people were like, dude, this is hilarious, man. And so it probably wasn't that funny. I'm sure if I
Yeah.
went back and watched, I would cringe the fuck out
Yeah.
about, some shit I would say about other people, like random girls in the school being like, hey, this girl fucked this guy. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Just put it out on the internet. But I wish TikTok would have been a thing and I had balls to do that because I'd have been huge
You'd
on
have
TikTok.
famous.
You'd have an
I feel
OnlyFans
like
by
it-
now.
Yeah, I'd have an OnlyFans,
I
man.
feel like it had to be somewhat bad because I've not seen any of the videos.
Yeah.
And
Dude.
occasionally,
We'll have our team dig one.
He
up.
did have
We'll
the-
put it
well,
right
yeah.
here.
Going on there.
That'd be in the archives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dive in there.
All right, so tell me, obviously we did give a country boy a call together, and
Right.
we've been friends for a while, been to lunch and stuff, and I feel like every time we're out in public, we're always cheering each other on. It's
Totally.
really cool, because we've both kind of done the independent thing for a long time. But I don't know anything about you. Like, I know you're from East Tennessee, but like, what kind of shit were you into when you were younger? How'd you get started in music? Were you singing in church, or what were you doing?
I guess like long story short, I always like would sing some. My mama was like a big. We used to be like a big host and partier at her house, and so she would have these like get-togethers all the time with all their friends and have karaoke going around. So I'd always like do some of that, and they would always like hype me up. I mean, at the same time, with your parents, you're like, you could take a shit. They'd be like, damn, that's fucking nice.
Yeah.
Nice shit there.
Good shit.
Good shit, you know?
You shit your pants, but at least it's green.
Yeah, but at least it's green, man. So,
Too soon.
I did some of that, but like nothing, I'm not one of those guys that's like, I started playing guitar at 4 or anything.
Yeah.
Like, I still don't fucking play guitar, you know, or do any of the music-y kind of thing. But growing up, like, I was super big into sports.
Yeah.
So I played like football, basketball, and baseball all the way growing up. So high school, I played football and baseball, and then played a couple of years of baseball in college at a small school in Lebanon, just down the road. And then that's kind of where I got into music, funny enough. Because it's like 30 minutes from here, so you're close to Music City. Like coming here wouldn't have been like, oh man, I'm moving across the country. Like you meet some of these guys.
Where, Lebanon?
Yeah, that's where I was going to school.
Okay.
So that's like 2 hours from Knoxville, probably 40 minutes.
What were you
from
majoring in?
Just business. I was just there to play baseball. If I was there, I would have gone to UT if I wanted to party. So just doing that.
Were you a Tennessee fan your whole life?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, but my parents went
We're
there.
gonna
and all
convert
that.
him to the Tide. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, right.
I just did a content shoot with Joe Milton.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Nice.
we
Tell
did
Big Joe I
a
said what's
content
up.
shoot, and
He's fully hard right now.
it was super awkward. Like all the Tennessee fans coming up because it was like an activation in a Kroger in Knoxville,
Oh wow. Okay.
and so it was like a line of Tennessee fans, and they would like,
I'm sure
"Thanks for letting us do this, man. Go Vols!" Like to me, and I'm like,
I'm sure they're just
"Have a good
selling it.
day."
Yeah, right.
Like,
Who is he?
he's the quarterback for Tennessee.
Yeah.
But it was super awkward, man. But the Tennessee fans were nice, man. Knoxville
Nice.
was odd.
Well, if they think you're one of them, they're nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, you were blending in, right?
Oh yeah, I was.
You were with
real.
Big Joe.
I think Tennessee fans have been humbled for the last 15
They've
years.
sucked my whole life. Well, not my whole life, but like since it mattered, you know, since you're going to middle school
when
and high
I was a
school.
kid, I'm 35. So when I was a kid, every year, the game, like the rival, I knew what it meant.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean, I've been to Neyland. I've been to 4 games in Neyland.
it's fire.
I've drove home with Rocky Top just playing it in my head over and over and over again.
Right.
I scooted
After a
around the
loss,
stadium.
you know,
Yeah,
after
right.
losing to Tennessee.
Right.
But I mean, that's a beautiful campus, I think.
Oh yeah, dude. The city's great. Just like
It's cool. It's a loud stadium.
it's loud. It's
It's
huge.
really
It's just
loud.
there's so many people. Man.
Yeah.
It was a really pretty campus. We ate at a place called. It was attached to Graduate Hotel. It's like a little dive bar on the back. It was super Tennessee themed. Something with an S.
It's Saloon 16.
Yeah.
It's Peyton Manning's
Everybody
place.
hyped it up, and it was trash.
Yeah, I was about to say
0 out of 10.
I wouldn't have taken you there to
Trash.
Where would you taken him?
eat. There's a place right there, and like literally on the same street called Gus's. Fire.
Dude,
Yeah.
the place was super cool decorated, but the food
It's
was
just like
terrible.
pizza and chicken fingers only.
What's
so
good?
I got
can't
their
Go
best
to
thing there.
Gus's.
It was like a Peyton Manning chicken parmesan sandwich. It was like
Yeah.
the staple of this place. I was like, cool, just give me that.
Jeez. See, I think that's more of a drinking place, and it's also a
Ass.
little bougie.
I don't know.
Like
It
for
was
the vibe,
terrible.
it's like very frat. Like
There was probably 16 MILFs in there though, so it
Peyton
should be
Manning
all right.
restaurant sucks.
Yeah.
They're probably just
wait,
looking for
But the
pounds.
MILFs were there, so
Yeah.
you should go.
I want to talk about Mcilwain and Peyton Manning at the CMA, CMT, one of the award shows. Him and Alex were in the hallway, and Alex said Mcilwain looked up. Alex
No,
said, "What's
Alex
up,
totally
Peyton?" He said,
fangirled
"What's
over
up,
that.
Peyton?" And he said, Mcilwain giggled and walked off.
Trey was there. That was
I want
when
to hear
we
your
went
side
to,
of the story. You had
Yeah, I
your,
saw. That's when we got the cowboy hats.
Yeah, the
Brooks
like-
and Cum.
Yeah.
Brooks and Con.
I want to hear your side of the story, Mcilwain.
Oh, all we were doing, we were down in that basement at Layer Cake or whatever that last floor is, and then we're like walking up the stairs, and I'm just like, I don't know what half these people look like. I don't really care that much, and we're like walking up, and Alex is like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Did you just see that?" He's like, "That was Peyton Manning." And I was like, "Oh shit, oh, that's cool." We just kept going.
Oh,
Somebody on our live said to ask you about the time you ran into Co Wetzel at Red Door.
Yeah. That was. I
was
mean, I'm
that?
sure y'all were probably there too. I was just hammered. But we're at Red Door, and I'm a Co Wetzel fan. I don't know him at all. But what I do, I ended up posting because I was in the bathroom. I look
Yeah.
over, and I'm just taking a piss next to Co Wetzel, and I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be that guy being like, "What's up, man? Big fan. You know why our dicks are out."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like a little courtesy.
Yeah.
You can't be fucking
Yeah,
doing that
can't be
shit.
doing that.
And if it was you, I would have said something
Yeah,
because I already
yeah.
know you. But, you know, I'm not going to do that to Co. But I just end up posting afterwards, hey, just going on social media, like, just took a piss next to Co Wetzel. Should I ask him to collab? You know, some dumb shit. But and that's the extent of that. I'm sure Co-Wetzel does not remember that.
Did he answer?
McIlwain had sex in the Red Door bathroom
Yeah, McIlwain did have sex.
I've
in the
heard about that
bathroom.
rumor.
and high five Dustin Lynch on the way out.
Damn. That's about as Nashville as it gets.
Yeah.
And then fucking cut the turkey with George Strait afterwards, man.
Like he came out of the bathroom and everybody was like,
You're kidding me.
Yeah. Look, Trey and Burrell have been kicked out. They're sober. They've been kicked out of Red. I go in there and do this.
You've been kicked out of Red Door sober.
I haven't, Burrell House.
Oh, I thought
What
you
is he?
did.
What did he do?
I don't
Clayton
know.
Mann, he turned 21 and they wouldn't let him in because his ID was still facing the like wrong direction or whatever. And so Burrell stood up for him. Was like, he's 21. Like, what the fuck is your problem?
So Matt was just trying to be a man.
yeah,
of
he was trying to
people.
stick up for him, but fucking
Yeah.
Came across a little
When they
aggressive.
kicked him out.
yeah, they kicked Burrell and Clayton Mann out.
You're out of here.
But he was yelling, so
He got tossed.
Yeah.
Because of the damn
He
baseball
always
game.
yells when he talks. He yells.
So you play baseball at the
Cumberland University.
Yeah,
It's a
Cumberland.
small school.
Yeah.
NAIA.
How long did you stay there? Did you finish out the 2 years?
Just 2 years, yeah.
Yeah.
So I stayed there for 2 years, and yeah, that's what I was getting to. So
Did you have big dreams of going pro, or were you like, I'm probably just going to play college?
Point, yeah. I mean, dude, honestly, when I was at that point in college, I was like, why the fuck did I do this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see,
Like running every day.
Yeah, I'm waking up like I was a catcher, so I'm waking up like 6 a.m. sometimes to text like, "Hey, we need you to come catch some bullpens." You know, some
Yeah.
guys like 90 miles an hour is not great to catch at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Fuck
sucks.
no.
And you're just a freshman or sophomore, and you're just out here like, oh, this is what you got to do to
Yeah.
I'm gonna start one day here and all
Yeah.
this bullshit, and you're like, fuck. Next thing I know, I'm playing music. But this one kid on the team is actually from Nashville. Funny enough, so we used to like a couple of the guys were from Nashville because it's down the road. And so we'd be like playing music in the dorms. Like this one guy would play
Yeah.
guitar, and I was like, I can sing a little bit if you're trying to like, learn some shit.
Yeah.
So we started doing that, and around campus, it's a small school, so I ended up like meeting everybody, and people would
Yeah.
like come and listen to us, and like, it would be cool like in the dorms and that kind of shit. And so I started playing like random open mics around Lebanon,
Yeah.
which you can imagine the open mics
Yeah.
around Lebanon. It's in like fucking coffee shops and shit. And then my first full band show ever was at Cahoots.
Dude, we
I just
love
convinced that guy.
Cahoots.
I mean,
I'm
dude,
pretty sure
honestly, Bill Miller, if you're listening, I don't even know if you paid me for that, but I came out there and did that.
Yeah.
who
What is
you
Cahoots?
opened for
What is
something?
that? Remind
You
me of
opened
that
for
venue.
8 Airs Run, right?
That was my second
Because I
time
photographed
playing.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've done a show with you at Cahoots.
No, I wouldn't.
No, he didn't do
Carly
that one with
Rogers
us.
was on.
Yeah,
Carly
yeah.
Rogers.
That's like
But I think we're going
Hey,
back.
we're going back.
Hey,
yeah.
y'all need somebody to open.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get in there
that's
too.
that one dude stomping around from YouTube. What's his name?
That's
Upchurch.
Upchurch.
Upchurch, yeah. I'm sure. I'm sure that place would burn down if he played there now.
Yeah.
A funny story about that place too. When there was, I ain't gonna go into the backstory of it, but there was this one thing we were playing there. He's like, "I'm gonna buy every ticket of Trey's."
Yes,
And
I saw that.
Did you?
That was legendary.
Oh, yeah. It was crazy. It was crazy. But that all got ironed out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
That didn't have anything to do with me. That was something.
It was just a
that-
big misunderstanding.
that was
Yeah.
I remember it. It was crazy. But just some Lebanon
I
bullshit.
was
I
like,
love Lebanon.
well, like me and Mitch watch Upchurch's videos
Same,
like
yeah.
on YouTube all the time. Like we love it.
yeah,
I'm here
I,
for
I
it.
do listen to his music too.
Yeah.
I watch the videos and all that.
Yeah, like I'm here for it. And but I was like, damn, I'm on his shit list. What did I do? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be on his
Hey,
shit
that's
list.
probably a
dude.
scary place to
Yeah,
be too. You're
yeah,
like, because I mean, the last person you want to fight on YouTube is him.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean, or any
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah, any internet, like it will go off on
It
your
was
ass.
bad.
I was
They'll
like,
come find your ass.
dang,
you know?
I like
Yeah.
this guy. I don't want to
Like,
like.
that was the original skins,
Yeah.
you know?
During COVID, we didn't have anything to do but watch like YouTube vlogs.
Yeah.
And like Trey came in one day and I was like, dude, just watch this guy. And
Yeah.
we sit there and watch his vlogs for God.
They're hard not to watch.
4
I like
hours,
the video he
dude.
did where he like pretended to be Luke Combs.
Yes, the outlaw thing.
Yeah.
But
They're entertaining, dude. I like it.
yeah, those are great.
He's got that Lamborghini he bought just to piss people off.
Yeah.
Like I love that.
a show I went to when Chase was with him. Like he opened for him at the Corbin Arena. So it was like
Yeah.
5,000
In
people there.
Kentucky, yeah. Yeah.
So he kept his Lamborghini outside with like a bodyguard and a Sharpie. And every
Did you
fan
sign it?
I didn't.
Damn.
I didn't. I wasn't out there, but I thought that was crazy and cool.
Dude, so Chase Matthews, that's somebody I don't know personally, but you know, I manage Justin Holt.
Is it Chase Matthew? It's Chase Matthew.
Matthew, yeah.
Matthew.
I told him he needs to make a shirt
Yeah.
that says Matthews and X the S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everybody says Matthews.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry for messing that up.
It's
But
all right.
he started commenting on Justin's stuff, and like word around town is that he's been saying really nice things about Justin. So tell me,
yeah.
is he a great guy? He
Yeah,
seems
dude.
super authentic and like.
Yeah, he's cool. I've known him
What
for,
was it like going on the road with him?
crazy. I mean, he's just killing it right now, honestly. Like every time we play a show, like it's probably like the smallest show I probably play with him, he probably sold 700 tickets.
Yeah. So he's
So it's
killing
just,
it,
yeah,
man.
you go to a place and it's like he has that like cult vibe of like these people are gonna show up if he's playing at McDonald's or if he's playing at Bridgestone.
Yeah.
So he's just a great guy. He's done a lot for me and like, you know, had me. I was on his album that blew up, like after County Line and all that. Was his big like first kind of get out there thing. And then I don't know how I met him. I met him at
You were on
Cahoots.
his record that just came out, right?
On his last no, not that one. No.
Okay.
So I'm on the one before that.
That was the
Raising the Holler.
Yeah, Raising the Holler.
It was on his Born for This album, but it did well. It went like high on Billboard and number 1 on iTunes and all that.
But I mean, how cool is that? I mean, he's in a major label and
dude, it's sick. Yeah.
You're an independent artist.
I'm on
I
Hayden
mean,
Coffman label, man.
dude, he's like putting you on the. I mean, like almost like putting you on the map.
Totally.
Like that's like. I don't care if he like punched me in the face. To me, he's cool.
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
it was super cool,
Like,
man.
Like that. I mean, that's awesome. That's what I mean. I think that's what more artists should do. That is what I'm saying.
I agree,
You
man.
know?
He's cool, and I met him. Luckily, just kind of like you, I met you closer to like when Dick Down in Dallas all
Yeah.
that happened. But I knew him for at least a year or two before County Line and all that. So like we were like. I mean, there was probably times where I was bigger than him, like,
Yeah.
on the internet
Yeah.
wise. You know what I'm saying? And then he just kept killing it. He's real talented and good. Yeah, funny enough, I met him at Cahoots just
Yeah.
drinking.
Yeah.
So because he's a Tennessee boy too. So
Do you go to Cahoots?
Free
I
beer
used to,
before
yeah,
11.
all the time.
We
yeah.
should just go down there one.
twist my arm.
I
man.
got some
Hey, what's
August.
that
I got
one
some
night
time off in
that-
Free beer
August.
before 11.
Yeah, it's free
No,
beer
that's,
before
that's,
11.
that's every night.
Dude, he knows
Oh,
like
Friday,
free slices
Saturday.
of pizza or something, right?
I don't know about that.
We went that one night
What now?
and they were giving out free pizza at Cahoots. Yeah.
I've never.
You had to
I've been
show
there
your
a
ticket
lot.
showing that you got in and they give you free pizza.
Maybe it's a concert
remember
thing. Maybe they got Chef Boyardee down there whipping it up, man.
I remember it. It was awesome.
Yo,
But yeah, he's a cool dude. He's killing it, and obviously he's not. My freaking parents texted me like 2 days ago, like, "Hey, we just heard Chase on the radio."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's pretty sick," you know,
That's
just on the
awesome.
major stuff. So he's shout out to Chase.
And wasn't he on like just like on Ellen or something like that?
I don't know. He was just on the freaking like
Today show.
today
Show,
something like that. Yeah, man,
Yeah, he's crushing it.
killing it.
He's killing it. I'd like to meet him.
His
So
guys are awesome.
your YouTube is popping, dude.
Trying,
What's up?
man.
How? I mean, like, what is your advice to like somebody listening that's a young new artist that YouTube is not popping?
dude?
What happened there?
put Trey
Yeah.
Bonner shirtless in a video and fucking it's over,
Literally
dude.
hire a shirtless guy named Bonner. No,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. With the Better Off, like that's like the one song I've had that like blew up more on YouTube first than like any other platform.
Yeah.
And it's just like I used Whales, Whale Tail Media, shout out.
Shout out.
Was that the video Trevor was in? Our friend Trevor Norris?
No, that was Good Old Boy. So that one did well too. But the Better Off, like I think what happened was
Is that the
Better Off-
construction working one?
Better
Yeah.
Off is still going.
yeah, it's
You know what I mean?
unreal, man. Like it gets like 60,000 streams a day on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's awesome. I mean, I'm not bitching,
Yeah.
But it's crazy. I wish I had another song do that. But
You will.
he like would just give me a bunch of these clips, just like we always do. But we were like murdering it. I'd be like, dude, I know this is annoying, but like send me as many clips we can make and then chop them up. And so I think what people like, I had the song really popping on TikTok, and then I think people started associating like that video so much with the song that like it was just so I had like 1,000 subscribers before I put that video out.
Yeah.
And like I remember I dropped it on a Friday. I'm playing a show. I was actually in Texas. Then I like by sound check, I look at it and it's like 2 or 3 hours later, like 40,000 views.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like I never had a video do well at all. I think I had a video that had like 10,000 views before.
Yeah.
And this is like 2 hours, And so then that kind of just popped off. And I don't know. I would say any advice like a young artist is like, if you can afford it or at least find a way to like make it happen, because there's ways to make it happen. Because there's always videographers that are also hungry. Do a music video for every song.
Yeah.
Like no doubt. Even if it's boring, like it's not boring to the average person.
Yeah.
and they can't tell if your video costs $1,500 or $20,000.
Yeah. Get you a music video and a quality recording.
Yeah, quality recording, music video. I think the visuals
Like,
are
don't
so big.
skimp on that shit. You
No.
can skimp on anything else. Just don't skimp on
Literally, especially even more so the recording.
Yeah.
Don't skimp on that. But
because you don't want to go back and listen to it and you
And
know
be cringed
and
for
10 years
yourself,
and be
yeah.
like, damn, I should have put real drums on that.
totally.
Like,
Totally. Or
I
hey,
shoulda-
you know, maybe I should. You know, I don't even know. Like when I first got into music, I didn't even know what like mixing and mastering meant.
yeah,
So
just like uploading the
I still don't know
MP3.
what that means.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I took an EP down. You know, I mean, and the people I was working with, you know, said they mixed it. You know,
Yeah,
me and JP. Shout out to JP Burr. He was convinced. He's like, no, they didn't.
Dude, JP's awesome.
He's been your day one though. How'd y'all link up?
yeah, he's day one, dude.
Yeah, he's day one. I mean, me and JP, kind of like you've talked about with your boys, and me and JP have played 4 hours for $50 in a Mexican restaurant in Alabama. You know what I mean? So multiple times too. Or coffee house. I mean, I don't even know the most embarrassing things we played. We played some embarrassing shit, but I mean, just some,
I know,
some
I
shit.
get it.
It's like, why is there music here,
Yeah.
Dude,
Even like,
Jake,
why are we
here?
doing this?
And how did we find them?
Like,
how did
should
they
we go
find
get
us?
construction jobs?
Yeah, it was
This
like
is
the
bad.
classic. I mean, how many gigs have you played? Were like, hey, can y'all turn that down?
Can you
And
turn
you're
the
fucking
drums down?
acoustic. No, I'm talking about we're just acoustic.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can you turn everything down? We're like,
Yeah.
damn. Like, hey,
I
can you shut
guess.
the fuck up?
And you're already on like 2.
Yeah.
You can't even hear
It's
yourself.
like, man, we should just go unplugged. You
Yeah.
know? How do we meet? So when I first tried to get a band, once again back to college, my roommate was from Alabama,
Yeah.
middle of nowhere, Ranburn, Alabama, near Jacksonville.
I've never even heard of that.
It's near
Never.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And so he somehow had a buddy that was a drummer, and he was going to help me put a band together because I was going to play my first this is actually my first gig before Cahoots. It was called Pelham's in Jacksonville, Alabama.
Nice.
I also met Elijah. I don't
Borders.
know what he's going by now.
Borders.
Elijah Borders.
Elijah Borders, yeah.
I met him down there then, and that's when he was doing the country thing. Very cool guy. But so what was I saying?
How you met JP?
Okay, yeah. So the bass player that his buddy knew was actually from Nashville. Went to school with JP.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, yeah, I'm actually from Tennessee. So come back up here. He's talking about JP at the time. That JP was playing a lot with Fair and Rachel's.
Yeah.
Like every weekend back
Yeah.
then, and that's when they were doing a lot of. I mean, for JP's first show when he dropped out of school was opening for Luke Combs when a hurricane hit it with Fair and Rachel's.
Yeah.
So cool stuff like that. So met JP. I guess he really liked what I was doing. We hit it off real well. Even that's funny because we couldn't be the more opposite people, but
Yeah.
like we just really get along, and he's
Yeah.
a goofball.
I remember I was like, let's get him for the music video. You're like, I can almost guarantee you he's not going to.
I'm like, I know what roles JP will do.
I
and
wish
know
my
he won't
chest
do
was
that.
as hairy as his.
Yeah, JP's not gonna drop the old
Yeah.
tank on the music video. Yeah, he wouldn't do
Dude,
that.
one thing about JP though is he's always in a good mood, dude. He's always
That's a
laughing,
fact. And I live with him, and that's
smiling.
true. Like I would love to. I try to get him in a bad mood. And you
I
can't.
love people that are always in a
Yeah.
good mood.
Totally, man.
But he's also like really quiet and like, I went out on the road with him and Farron one time.
Yeah.
And we were opening for Ashley McBride. And in catering, there was a cheese board, like a
Yeah.
God, I bet that motherfucker
charcuterie
ate this
or
shit.
whatever?
Charcuterie.
charcuterie.
The old cooter board.
The old cooter board, yeah. There was a cooter board. There was a cheese cooter board.
Yeah, there was a cheese cooter board.
And the whole time he was like looking at it and like he wanted to be respectful. He's like, that's
he was
Ashley's.
eyeing it, wasn't he?
He was like, that's Ashley's green, like or her
Fully
catering.
erect.
I don't
Yeah.
want to mess with it. I don't want to mess with it. So end of the night comes. Ashley's people have loaded up and left.
Yeah.
And, you're
and
telling
the
me
cooter
Ashley
board
left
is
the
in
cooter
there.
The cooter board is still there.
And he comes in there and he's like, hey guys, do y'all think I can go over there and get that cheese board? And Farron, she's like,
like a
I don't
mouse,
know.
dude.
And I was like, dude, you can go get the fucking cheese board, JP. Like,
Yeah.
for God's sakes, go get the
It's like,
cheese
hey, I
board.
think Ashley McBride's already in another state. You know, I think
Yeah.
you can eat that.
I was like, I think she'll be okay if you eat the cheese
He ate
board.
the whole thing.
Oh,
didn't he?
yeah, dude.
And he didn't
And when he
shit for
does,
days.
he's like-
That skinny fucker can eat too.
Can. And when
Yeah.
he eats, the whole time he's like,
Oh my god, yeah.
so good. And he's like, just has to
yeah.
tell you the whole time.
I tell him
how
all
good
the
it
time, like
is.
if I was to open a restaurant, JP would be my first guy to be the ratings.
Yeah.
Because I told him he's never had a bad meal. Like ever. He's always like, that's the best, charcuterie I've ever had. That's what he would say.
Cooter I've ever had.
Like that's like, every time I was like, oh my god, It's the best burger I've ever fucking had.
Yeah.
Like, damn,
Don't
Johnny.
do that. We went to like a little chicken finger place. And he was like, "Hey guys," like in the middle of eating, he was like, "Hey guys, this is great.
This is incredible. Yeah. I'm like, no, it's really not. I mean, it's not bad, JP, but let's not say it's incredible. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Did he move with
He's
y'all
also an
again?
incredible guitar player, though.
Yeah.
He's a good person, but
Harmonies, I mean everything.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a singing son of a bitch. He
holds
can
his
pick
own on
it.
But
stage,
dude,
so-
we played Whiskey Jam the other night. Your
It was
band's
fun as hell.
fire, dude.
Thank you, man. I try to
Great.
get them. They're locked in, man.
I feel like me and you, we shut that place down.
Yeah, we
dude.
did. That was fucking.
awesome.
That was fun. That was really fun.
That's
I was
why
glad
I
you were able to
love
do
like,
it.
doing shows together because like I just feel like we bring a really good show
Dude,
together.
that's what I'm saying. I think
It's
I
awesome.
actually had Tanner hit up Alex and be like, hey, if y'all need any weekends, we'll come
Yeah.
out for whatever. Just tell us when.
yeah,
Man.
yeah.
yeah. For
That,
sure.
that weekend we did last November was super fun.
That was fun.
That was
dude.
fun. It also makes
Bristol.
it easier, just like when I do shows with Chase. And
And I
with
had
you.
like some of our like, I guess what I like to call them our super fans that like come to like a lot of shows.
Yeah.
They were like, one of them sent me a message like, "Hey, I don't know how you do this, but I'm just saying Hayden as an opener is like my favorite thing we've ever had." So,
I love that,
yeah.
dude. That's awesome.
Dude, there was also something special about that day. I know like Trey came and was like, Hayden crushed it. But you had like a family member that passed away like that day, right?
Yeah, that was let's see.
And I went and told Trey, I was like, dude, he crushed it, but he was going through it,
I
bro.
appreciate
And
it,
you
man.
like you really turned it off, and it was just impressive
Totally. That
for
was,
me to see like that you still put on a professional act,
I appreciate
even though
that.
you were going through it.
Yeah,
like,
no,
and I
for
think
sure.
that's something a lot of people don't get to see this side of the business. Like you guys have to go entertain, even like no matter what else is going on. Like
Right.
I've seen Trey, have shit going on, and I've seen a lot of artists have shit going on and still have to go out there.
Totally.
And for me, that's hard. Like, my roommate Clay, I've seen him be in like a all-out fight on his phone with his girlfriend and be like, I have to call you later. I
Right.
literally have to walk on stage right now and entertain and
I
smile.
have to act like I'm the happiest
Like,
person in the
so
world.
that shout out to you, dude. That was badass.
Thanks,
but,
man.
What? So let's talk about your music a little bit more. What was the first thing you ever put out?
Oh God, it's
Is that the EP
it's
you
not
took
up
down?
anymore. Yeah, it was
Well,
called
what's the thing you have out now? That's like the
newest one,
the oldest,
or the oldest. Okay,
Yeah.
it's called That's Just Me.
Yeah,
So that was kind of like my rebrand. Actually, Chandler Brown wrote that.
yeah.
Like in high school or something. There's a
Nice.
video of him on YouTube singing it. So he played it for me one day when I went over to his house and I was first moving here. I was living in Murfreesboro. I just got out of school, and he just showed me a few songs, and I was just like, "Damn, like, are you gonna put that out?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, you should cut it." I was like, "Okay." I was like, it was better, a lot better than what I had out. And never even like co-wrote or anything by then. So kind of used that as a rebrand. Riding with Chandler and Drake. How'd
How'd
that
you meet
group.
them?
Chandler DM'd me on Instagram. DMs.
dude, your
baby.
DMs are
Dude, there's a-
fire.
If y'all are trying to talk to me, DM me. Fans are, I see every damn
Wow.
DM.
I would just like to say they're my
You're
favorite
like the
people in
poster
Nashville.
child for DM Monday, dude.
I'm telling I might have to come in. I'm going to come host this thing with you guys, man.
I'm trying to think about the first song I heard by you that was
I remember
like,
I thought it was funny. You really like Take It Slow.
yeah.
That was
Oh,
funny.
that's it.
That was the
just
older one,
take
too.
it slow.
Yeah.
Put them
Open
Wranglers
up
on the door.
Yeah, dude. That was a good
The
one.
Wranglers on the
That's,
floor.
that's another one that Chandler and them wrote.
Dude,
in
they can't
college.
write a bad
'Cause
song.
They all went to MTSU and did like songwriting for real.
Is
Like,
that when you started working with Grady then?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Take
you
it
can
slow
definitely-
or?
yeah. That project, my first one with him was called Tennessee, but I like recorded it somewhere
I
else.
remember that. Yeah.
I recorded somewhere else, and I had Grady kind of like workshop it and like
Yeah.
make it then take it slow, and like everything after
Yeah.
that was like all
You did a Tennessee music video, right? In the Neyland Stadium, right?
That was Aimed From Here.
Aimed
Yeah,
From
and I
Here.
did that with
Yeah.
Grady too. Yeah, that was in Neyland. We actually snuck into Neyland Stadium for that.
Really?
Me and Wales, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But
Wells is like now he's like back in the day he was a little more rebel, but
now he's
but
scared,
now he's
man.
like he
Wells,
asks
yeah,
permission for everything.
So, well, I think he's had some bad experiences,
Yeah.
getting like
No, he had
guns
a
pulled
gun
on him and
pulled on
shit.
him with
yeah.
musket on him.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
but he's
Lexi's
great.
out. She's quitting.
Yeah,
Bye forever.
Aaron Hernandez, man. See ya. Yeah, dude, Wales is
Damn.
great.
Yeah, Will's is awesome, dude. I had a question. So when did you think like, okay, I can really do this singing thing? Like, what was that moment? Like, was it someone believing in you, or was it getting paid the first time, or like, What
definitely wasn't getting
transition
paid.
from like baseball to being like, oh shit, I can do this.
I think it was a lot of the belief thing, like, because I wasn't like I said, I never was in music or whatever beforehand, and so like I actually had like a good amount of followers, like for a normal person.
Yeah,
just
from
because like
Dippers.
sports and stuff like and that Snapchat,
Dippers.
yeah,
Dippers.
Dipper Nation, baby.
Come on back.
But
You're
also
good.
just like through
Unless
sports.
you want to go over there.
Why does it true?
Nah,
whatever you
get
wanna
in
do.
here. But I would say probably just
You're
people,
part of the brand.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll say.
She do all the
Rolling
work.
on
She
the
does all the work.
Yeah. For real.
Some rolling on the ground. What's that?
When
Trey's saying it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
But yeah, well, you're next. What was I saying? Oh yeah, probably just people believing in me, man. Like, cause hell, I mean, like making money. You know, like we say making money. I can always tell when people are bullshitting in the music. Trey, I'm sure too.
Yeah.
Like, say you're making money. It's like,
Yeah.
brother, I know how much these shows are paying you, and if you're
Yeah.
having to pay anybody and you're leaving town,
Yeah.
it's tough to make money. I've been there, you know.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've got my family was super supportive when I first dropped out of school because my dad and mom were like, "Hey, like we think you can do anything you want. You know, we
Yeah.
think you're good, but like you're not going to go to school and do this at the same time. You can always come back to school."
Yeah.
Because I had great grades and stuff, and I've never had an issue with that. So it was
Yeah.
like, we don't want you to like go fuck up your grades, you know, just
Yeah.
because you're out there drinking and playing music every
Yeah.
weekend. So like, we can try this thing, and luckily I got some success like fairly early. I say fairly early within my first couple years, you know.
Yeah.
I was probably doing it like, I mean, I didn't start making money, you know, probably till it was after Better Off. And
Yeah.
Better Off was the first time I was, oh shit, like you can make money playing
You got
music.
your first royalty check.
Yeah,
and
you
were
said
like,
first
wow.
check. You're like, hey man, I love music now. You know,
Yeah.
it was like 2021, so like that was only 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So, but it's been awesome, you know, and but people believing in you, I think for me was the biggest thing. It never was money because luckily I was never like in that, like, luckily my parents allowed me those first 2 years. I would have been in college anyways. They were like,
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna help you out. I'm not gonna sit here and be like I was paying all my own bills.
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was the first tour rig? Were you in a truck or
Oh
car?
no, Toyota Tacoma 2-door.
Nice.
Y'all did like an
Nice.
RV type of
Yeah.
thing when you went out
Manual?
west?
We had to do that. No, it was automatic.
Mitch is all about a manual.
No,
I want one, dude,
no.
so bad.
Dude, these poor bastards. I mean, and all these guys.
Here we go.
Yeah, dude. Because like, what's so funny is like for some reason, I mean, you've seen my band. Like I guess I just attract like if there's a band out there that looks like they're fucking hungry. When I
Yeah.
say hungry, I mean like yeah, like
They're ready to eat some cooter boards.
like these boys are malnourished looking.
Yeah.
and like
They'll fuck up a cooter
there's
board.
no ass on these boys, and so my truck had like,
Same.
there's like no seat back there,
Yeah.
really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've seen those trucks. It was like a bench.
Yeah.
And so we went all the way to like Texas and shit a couple of times. These things. These poor
In the
guys.
2-door Tacoma.
Oh yeah, and like we were just doing like trio acoustic and shit.
Yeah.
Never full band in the Tacoma because when we had to do full band, I would just be like,
So
Boy,
JP's
we're gonna have
been in
to
the
carpool.
back seat of that thing many
oh
times.
yeah, JP and like I don't know if y'all know David Medlin. Shout out to
Dirty Dave,
Dirty
baby.
Dave. He plays with Dylan Marlowe now,
Yeah.
but Dave was with me for years before that. And his skinny ass, but oh dude, like you sure should sit back here. Yeah, like yeah, you have no fucking choice, man. So, stuff like that. So that was the first rig. Then I got a Honda Pilot. Shout out to Honda Pilots, baby. I would just rent a U-Haul. And then
What
when
is
I-
Honda Pilot? Is that what Ellie drives? Like a
the
car
box.
SUV?
It's like the
It's like a
cube.
little boxy looking thing.
Now you just rent a U-Haul?
That-
now you have a little bus.
Then I was renting a U-Haul then.
Yeah.
So I was moving up in the world. You know, the boys were way happier. They had 3 rows. So then after that, I bought a van. When I started making money, I was like, oh, I'm balling now. I'm going to buy a van. And I bought a trailer. And that van was a piece of shit.
Really?
Yeah. Fuck vroom.com. Yeah. So, hey, and I said, Hayden Coffman said that. Nobody else was me. Fuck you, Vroom. But, dude, like, I got like a month out of that thing. I mean, I paid
Damn.
like almost 40 G's for it.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Livid. I mean, I was fucking
You're
pissed.
still living.
Still mad, clearly. Vroom.
fuck,
And
Vroom.
of
What
course,
happened to it?
I guess what was it? The
was
something
multiple
cylinder thing. I'm not a car guy, but what
Yeah.
McIlwain, tell us what's
We
wrong.
were on our way to Florida and it started having misfires.
misfires.
And then I called a shop and I was like, you know, is it okay if we drive on this? And his
Yeah.
uncle works on semis. He's like, oh yeah, y'all can make it, whatever.
yeah, his
So we go to Florida and back, and
He lied to you.
yeah.
then we're coming
So I've
back.
ridden across the country with none of them.
Yeah.
Is that what he said? He's like, "You'll be
Shout out to
fine."
Hayden's
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
like
God
that.
Shout out
Damn it.
Dave.
The worst one was we were coming back from like North Carolina.
Yeah.
And anyways,
this was
we're
the
going
worst.
through this area
You
called-
probably saw content from
Yes,
this.
you did. I think so because we were going through the gorge, and for some reason it reroutes us. And I'm not
traffic.
kidding y'all. We're going up
We're
this
driving
mountain.
back from Skyline Club in
Oh
Columbia.
yeah, I love that place.
Yeah, baby. Shout out Lenny Cooper.
Lenny
baby.
Cooper, baby.
Yeah.
We're going up
Mud
this.
cricket.
It's like a mountain, and all of a
Smut
sudden,
digger.
I look at Hayden. I'm like, "Are you pressing the gas? Like, what are you doing?" I'm getting mad.
Which also made me mad. I'm like, motherfucker, yeah.
Gaslighting.
You think I'm just trying to park right here?
Yeah.
We're in the middle of the damn hill, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Are you pressing the gas?" Yeah, I'm pressing the fucking gas. I'm not trying to camp out tonight.
So all we had with us was, I think, like
Damn, my
some
stomach
beer.
hurts.
And anyways, it stopped. So long story short, the engine locked up. So we had to unload the whole trailer on the side of the interstate.
Mind you, a line of just angry middle class white people that are leaving vacation, just fucking down the fucking mountain,
Yeah.
honking at us
Just
and
looking
shit.
at you like
yeah,
this.
just in disgust.
Yeah.
Like you're holding me up from getting to Pigeon Forge. You know what I mean?
birds.
Yeah, hey, we're trying to get to Pigeon
They were
Forge,
yelling
fat
like,
ass. Yeah,
they're like, "That's not a good spot." And we're like,
no
"Obviously."
shit, Sherlock. Yeah, just all this shit was pissing me off.
yeah.
We had Bryce Malden was on the road with us, the
Yeah.
opening for us, but we had to pull off all of our shit out of the trailer on the side of the road. We sat there for 6-7 hours.
I set up the merch.
Yeah, we set up. We make
I
all
do
sorts of
remember
comments
that.
like setting up merch on the side.
Oh,
of the
I
road.
remember this.
That's when that
Yeah.
shit broke down.
I think I messaged you or something.
you did. Yeah, you actually did. You're like, "Is everything good?" I'm like, "Yeah, we actually finally, like 8 hours later, we're good."
What did y'all do with the van? Did you end up
They,
scrapping it,
We
selling
left it there. No, guess who bought it back?
Who?
Fucking Vroom, motherfuckers. I'm sure somebody else is in that van right now, fucking pissed on the side of the road somewhere.
And like
Yeah.
fuck Vroom.
yeah, and they bought that shit for like they just bought it back probably so I wouldn't go around saying
Same
this shit.
amount of money.
No,
Oh, okay.
it was a little less, but I mean, still just like, damn, boy.
Did you buy
That's
another
like-
van or what are you doing now?
Went back to the Pilot then.
Yeah.
I had a trailer still. The trailer's great. I still got it. Then I leveled up and I bought a big trailer. It's got my name and shit on it.
Hell yeah.
Then a
Tax
bus.
write-off.
Yeah, got a bus.
Oh, you got a bus. Yeah, I remember that.
For literally
awesome.
like the same damn price as that fucking
Yeah.
van. So like, I don't know. It's been great though, man. It's got like 6 bunks and we got a bed in the back. It's got like a lounge, got a bathroom,
That's awesome.
no shower, but I mean,
Who
Yeah.
drives?
my one of my uncles, shout out to Major, one of my uncle's workers. He's also a diesel mechanic. So shout
Oh,
out
that's
Major.
nice.
Yeah, so he can work on that thing when it's
Is
when
the
it
AC
needs
in
it.
that thing pumping?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I got to keep it cold, you know,
Dude,
if I
yeah.
can. The
I
bunks
love
still
good
get a little
AC.
toasty though. It's not like it doesn't have the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
but it gets the job done. I mean, it's been a game changer. I don't have to drive anymore,
Yeah.
so that's also huge.
That's a big stress reliever when you don't have to drive.
and I save
anymore.
money on. Dude, I used to get hotels everywhere we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's not feasible on these tours.
Mm-mm,
Like
not at all.
that's when we went to Montana. I had to rent like an RV when we went out with Chase from Montana to Michigan to wherever.
Like,
North
so you go on the road every weekend?
Yeah, and when we had the pilot, I
She's
would
that
drive-
merch slinger,
I would
boy.
drive
Yeah.
after the shows,
That's
so they
awesome.
would all like have fun. I would drive the band like either to wherever we were going. Like there would be
Yeah,
times-
That's when we're just
segue
going to
into
that
that.
hotel, you know.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, you got a good one.
Oh my God! Hey, let's just clap it up one
Yeah,
time
let's
for
clap
Lev.
it
Let's
up.
clap it
Let's
up.
clap it
Good
up.
lot. Hey,
I mean, I'm serious,
It's
dude.
great.
Like, I got to, I obviously knew you, but I didn't know you well when we did Give a Country Boy a Call together.
right.
Give a Country Boy a Call. But, I don't know. It's just the way you're like just down for like Hayden and like whatever. It's
Super
like,
supportive.
it's
not
awesome,
it's
dude.
not an act.
You're a lucky
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Totally.
I mean, selling merch is
35.
not fun, but she does it with a smile and like.
dude.
Yeah.
Once again,
And she knows this shit ain't always fun. It sucks.
Yeah.
You see all sides of it.
I hear about it.
Most females out here, like, they're like, oh, you're a country singer, like, you get to do whatever you want. But there's a lot, like, I feel like to really do this as a job, like, you have to love all sides of it.
yeah,
And,
you have to have a level head.
the hour and a half is awesome, or however long you're on stage.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of shit in between there that's not so much fun.
Totally.
There's self-doubt that goes into there, you know what I mean? There's probably days where you're like fucking down on yourself. You're like,
Pressure.
I don't even know why the fuck I tried to
Right.
fucking
It's
do
like,
this
also,
shit.
like-
Look at what so-and-so's doing.
Yeah.
And like, you have to deal with that yourself, but she also has to be a part of that too. You know what I mean?
She's good on that. Like,
So,
be on this shows. It's like, say we are headlining, which is these days rare. Unless
Yeah.
it's a certain place. I'm like, I've never been here, so I hope somebody fucking buy us tickets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's a lot of pressure, scary thing.
Yeah.
It's not like when you used to be able to do we can go down to some college town and play for 3 hours. You know, it's going to be packed, but everybody's blacked out. They're not even going to follow you on
They
Instagram.
don't care about
Yeah. So she's always like, what are you going to do about it now? It's fine. Hey,
Yeah.
we're already here. Like, and so it's like hearing that definitely helps a lot. And then she slings the merch. I mean, she's the reason I've got a good merch game going on, because we make a lot of money doing that, because she's a girl, and that helps with having. It's better than having your dad over there like I used to when I was first starting, over there looking like a fucking bodyguard or something.
So we have a segment on this podcast. It's called Verse Course.
Okay.
And the other day I was like, you need a song about Lexi. And you said, I have one.
Yeah.
So it's unreleased.
It's unreleased.
Do you have a demo? Can you play a verse chorus for us?
I can't let her hear it.
Oh.
I can't let her hear
You got to
it.
go out I guess we can't do that.
I'll play it
What
for
about
you
when the
after
podcast comes out? We don't listen to this
it won't
time
be out
code.
yet. It won't be out yet.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It depends on when you drop this. This is going to drop
2 months.
This is going to drop like this year though.
Okay.
But I think it's a banger. It's for her. She like, of course, like, not to embarrass her, but I mean, she's been like,
Damn, we could debut it right here and we
When
could get her reaction on
And I
film,
can
dude.
just
I'll
not-
cry.
That would be cool.
I'll probably cry.
We'll both cry.
I gotta wait.
Dude,
But-
this could be a viral moment right here.
For all of us.
Find your opportunity.
Oh my God.
No, that's cool. You don't have to.
But now she's always been like, when are you gonna put a song out about me? You know, she definitely hits me with that. But like, I'm sure you've had that pressure too. It's like, I can write a million songs about you, but I want to make sure like the one I put out is actually fire. You know what I mean? Like, I want to make sure it's not like just some cheese dick.
Well,
love
every song I've put out, probably Dig Down in Dallas was about nobody, but other than that, all my other songs have been about the same girl. So
Right.
even Give a Country Boy a Call. You know
And
what
like
I mean?
breakup stuff. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm like, I don't want to write a breakup song about
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean? But
You're the one that walked
yeah,
out.
I know exactly,
And
dude.
when I read those comments, I'm like, people are gonna be.
It's so fucking
But no,
funny,
that's
dude.
cool, man. That shows your artistry. You know, there's a lot of artists out there, like
Oh, I know.
even like really mainstream artists that have been successful in country music at radio, and they've kind of pigeonholed themselves into only putting out songs about their significant other.
Right.
And it's like, well, if they put out a breakup song, their fan base is going to be confused. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where like, you know, like Jason Aldean or, you know,
He does a great job of it.
yeah, he does a good job of doing that, even though he's like happy in his marriage.
Because then his
and,
love
like,
songs are like,
you know,
it's about her.
yeah,
They
yeah,
don't put out a banger like breakup
yeah,
song.
breakup
you know?
song, yeah. Like what's that song? Drowns the Whiskey. Like what a banger with
Yeah,
Miranda.
what a banger. What a hook.
Yeah, yeah.
The
I mean, try
yeah,
that
that's
in a small
definitely-
town.
yeah, try that. Try that in a small town. I saw one hilarious meme about that song. Like, it's like, find a girl that 7 of your best buddies haven't banged. Try that in a small town. And I was like,
I've
that's
been walking
facts.
around, going up to people, being, or like we'll be talking about something. I'll be like, yeah, try that in a small town.
It is funny just to say out of context.
Yeah,
That's
it's
definitely a
funny.
line you have to walk though. When I was doing like the Take the Lonely promo, every time I post it, I'll get some people on there, guy or girl, middle-aged woman, old man, be like, God, fuck that bitch, man. or they'll just be like, man, if you need somebody to talk to,
Dude, I'm
I'm always
Slide
here,
in the
man.
DMs.
Slide in the DMs.
Yeah.
Hayden Coffman will answer.
I will say this, like as the girlfriend, and I think this is true for a lot of people who date musicians.
Yeah.
You have to learn, which I was not good at first. I
Yeah.
was so bad at this, and I'm gonna tell y'all, but you have to be able to understand that they had a life before you, and they had feelings and things that happened to them before you. And there's songs that were written 2 years ago, 4 years ago, how many that were before your time, and it
Or
doesn't.
2 days ago
It
about
doesn't
it.
mean anything.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean anything about you. You just
Yeah.
have to understand, like, this is their career. They're trying to connect with other people and
Yeah.
like, what people go through, just like real stuff.
Yeah.
Look at
And
that.
it was really hard.
That's growth, right?
It was
there.
really hard for me at first. I was not like it. I didn't understand it, but now that I'm doing this with Hayden, I can understand where you're gonna write a song, and even for me, like Take the Lonely, you think about it, and you're like, dang, at one point in time, I felt that way about something.
Yeah.
So it's normal. It's realistic. So for women that are dating
That's
artists,
cool.
you
But
gotta
it's cool
accept
that
it.
you said that that's something that you struggled with
Yeah,
at
100%.
first. Yeah. You're like, damn, you're going to sing about that bitch. You're with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Yes, I'm
for
like-
real.
Yeah.
I don't like her either. But
We've had that convo.
Yeah.
I could see that. I'm not
had
an
that
artist, and
argument,
I would
yeah.
struggle. I would struggle with that if I dated a female artist. And
But I
Gonna
mean, in
happen.
a good way. Like once you understand it, you're like, okay.
I think it's
this
really
is cool.
mature to realize that like there was a life before you, and that's okay. But now is the real
Yeah,
like.
Totally.
So
And it's an art, like you said. Like,
it is.
Yeah. That's,
Who wants to-
that's
who
like
wants to listen
to
to the guy?
capture that emotion, because not everybody is in a happy, healthy relationship. You know what I mean?
but also, who wants to listen to the guy that's all his songs are
Always in love.
about? Yeah,
happy,
like
yeah.
that's too much. you
Yeah, it's
know?
too much. It's like, yeah. Let's talk about some of the new guys you're writing with.
Okay. See,
Ethan.
Ethan Eskew.
Dude, he's
gangster.
great, man.
He's fucking good, man. He
I
slept
wrote with
on.
him. I've written with him twice now. He's really,
Dude,
really talented guy.
He slept on, man. He's a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time. There's a couple of the guys like him. Right with Drake Freeman a lot.
Yeah.
Like most of my
He's been kind of been a day one.
Yeah,
writer.
day one guy right there, man. He's a great guy, and like also just those are also some guys, just like I'm sure how McKinney is for you,
Yeah.
and like how they will also
Ethan
be
kind of
like,
remind me of a young McKinney. And I told him
Yeah,
that. He was
that's
like, man,
cool.
thanks for the
yeah, dude,
compliment,
like because he's
but-
also that guy that I know that McKinney
But like,
does
dude, we
this.
wrote together the other day, and he showed up with the whole chorus.
He'll
and
do.
I was
And he'll also be like,
damn,
yeah,
let's
I
go.
wrote this on the
Hour
way
and a
here.
half, we're out, baby.
Yeah, dude. He'll also
Yeah.
be like, I wrote this on the way here. I'm like, God, must be nice, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ethan Eskew, Drake Freeman. I've written all my like biggest songs with them.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah,
both
you wrote
great.
Better Off with Ethan, right?
Yeah, and those both of them, just those two.
Yeah.
I wrote Take the Lonely with them,
Yeah.
Beer Ain't Cold, Good Old Boys. Like I wrote most of my songs with just them.
Yeah. Let's talk about this EP you just put out. Or is it coming out?
It's out.
It's out.
It's out.
It's out, baby.
Yeah, it's out, baby. 6 songs. One of them I put out last year. I just thought it was a summary vibe.
Yeah.
It's not like any sort of like banger, but I was like, it fits the vibe. The title track's Beer Ain't Cold, which I wrote with Ethan and Drake, and then
Yeah.
Take the Lonely's on there.
Yeah.
A couple other songs. What's on there? Lost.
The boat song.
The boat song, baby.
Yeah.
Dirt on the Country.
Yeah.
So yeah, the boat song's hilarious. We wrote it kind of just dicking around one day, and like they leave the house, and she looks at me and she's like, "You're not gonna cut that, are you?"
Yeah.
Like you'd be like, looks at me like you'd be a fucking idiot to cut that, wouldn't you? And I looked at her and I was like, I'm gonna fucking cut that thing. Now that you said that, and I was like,
Yeah.
but she didn't hear the whole thing, and I was like, the chorus is very like sun, 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 shine, shine, shine. It's very like, elementary.
Yeah.
But we were like, dude, that's getting stuck in my head. We threw some
Yeah.
Spanish in there.
Yeah.
On the bridge, and then of course I said, when I put this out, it's gonna be your favorite fucking song on there. And then we were listening to it before it came out, like, to listen to the master over and over, and she's like, I hate to say you're right, but this is my favorite one on there.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So that was cool.
So are you gonna put out another EP, or
Yeah.
That's what you had told me, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do another EP this year. I'll probably do like 3 more singles and another 6-song EP.
Yeah. So you've been
just churn it out
independent for a long time.
since I was born. Actually,
Since you were born.
Yeah.
You know. And I think it's awesome what you do, man. It's freaking sweet.
Thank
you know, I look at you as like, I feel like we're one and the same. We really grind really hard, and you know, a lot of times I feel like I'm just throwing shit at the wall.
Totally.
You know what I mean? It's
Totally,
like trying
man.
to find something to stick. Would you ever sign with a major label?
I
mean,
would.
Yeah.
for sure. If it was the right deal,
Do you
right
feel
people.
like you have dreams to have songs on terrestrial radio and all that stuff?
100%, man. I think that like just with the way the game's changing right now, and like the record deals I have been offered, you know, like you know
Yeah.
how it is, man. Like a lot of them are like, damn, like that was a spit in the face. Even like
Yeah.
had the balls to ask me to sign this,
Yeah,
you know, right
yeah.
now. But I definitely would want to, you know, I definitely want to be on radio, and
It's kind of like, hey, I'm keeping my old stuff, but
Yeah.
going forward, I will sign a deal.
totally, man.
And that's kind of how I feel,
Yeah.
you know? It's like, damn, everything I've done up to this point, it's been me and my team and my guys.
That's
so,
the biggest
like,
thing about it, man.
you know,
that's what I
if
respect
you're going
about
to get
y'all.
that, you're going to be stroking a check, baby.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Totally, man. It's such a weird game with like streaming now, because like you
Yeah.
can make a living, and it's like also like it's scary to be like, hey man, if I do sign this, I'm not gonna have the freedom to be like,
Freedom.
hey, I've got these 6 songs on my phone. They might not be #1 hits even to me, and I'm gonna put them out because I
But
want
like
to.
I just, or it's like, hey, I just put the song on TikTok and it has like
Yeah.
1,000 uses on sound and like
Totally, man.
1 million views. Like, I'm going to put it out next week.
Right.
And then but you have to wait and
Stuff
go through
like
all
that,
the channels.
stuff
and
like
things.
stuff also just like, hey man, if I want to do a song with Trey tomorrow,
Yeah.
I can ask him. I don't have to ask anybody else.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that would be like, it's
So you just think
give and
with
take,
probably
you know?
like the right situation and the right team.
Totally,
You would
man.
totally do
Definitely
it.
want to make sure I can put out my music when I want to, but also like, before I do it, I would definitely want to make sure, like, unless I get some crazy offer,
Yeah.
you know, that I'd like to establish myself even more, man. I see so many people in Nashville right now and that have like record deals I've never even heard of. Now, does that matter? No, like I don't know everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I see all these people like, it's just like when I see that happen, sometimes I'm like, you can kind of be like, damn, like I kind of feel bad for them in a way.
Yeah.
Because it's like they got to figure out who they are. They got to build. I don't know. Not that I've got it figured out.
I get what you're saying.
You know what
It's
I'm
like you
saying?
want to build it from the ground up.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to
where
sign a
when it
record
gets
deal,
to the
yeah.
point where when you sign that record deal, it's just pouring gas on the fire, and
That's exactly what I'm
You don't have to
saying.
build anything new. It's like this is
Right.
already here. The fan base is here. The songs are here. Let's just take what you know from your
Totally.
30, 40 years of doing this with
And
other
millions of
artists.
dollars. Can we
And
use
let's-
that, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
It's like, I think like what I'm saying is like, if I sign a record deal, you know, you want to be in that position where it's like, first off, you're financially well.
Yeah.
From, you can already prove like, hey, I can make a living doing this.
Yeah.
But also like, if you guys sign me and you don't let me put music out, there's going to be like an outrage
Yeah.
of fans being like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And that's what I'd like to get to. Because
Yeah.
like, that would be, I don't know. I think that's where you prove you like, hey, I've got a following.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a definitely unwalk the line there because I'm never gonna be that guy being like, oh, never, you know, fuck labels or
Yeah.
none of that. You know,
Yeah.
I think there's benefits for both parties. I mean, look at Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
He
Look
did the
at
independent
Chase.
thing. Look at Chase. Like, there's a lot of guys that have done the cool thing, and like, if they didn't let Chase play shows or put songs out for the next year,
Yeah.
people would like
I mean,
go
look
down
at
his
Zach
they
Bryan.
would, they would go
Bryan,
find his
that
record
dude
label.
puts out more music than anybody I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude. Like that's
Yeah.
that's the cool thing about it, man.
Are you trying to put out like a certain amount, like every 6 weeks or every month, or are you trying to do like a time frame thing?
I'm still like on like balling on that kind of budget, you know, where I'm trying to
Yeah.
catch up, like paying for all these because I do a music video with every song and all that. But I'd like to like when I put this next single out, I'll probably do one every 6 weeks, and then like that fourth 6 week will be the whole EP. So I'm trying to do that, and then like probably from like around Better Off to now, and sometime next year I'll drop some like fat album and just put them all out together and be like, okay, I'm done with all these.
Clean up the DSPs.
Yeah, just clean that up a little bit. But like I said, another EP this year. Probably gonna go for more of a.
When you put Better Off and Take the Lonely on the same record, hell, that thing will debut at number 1.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm hoping for, man.
Yeah.
Those are both like killing it for me, and it's been cool to see that. Oh, luckily, I've gotten my numbers now to where like when I put something out, kind of like where you are, it's like
Yeah.
it's not gonna do bad.
Yeah.
You know, for like it just you build it up or whatever. Back then, you know, I remember like when I used to live in 4900 log cabin, like I remember we like fucking were gonna go black out if I got 100,000 streams.
Yeah.
Like I'm like if we get to 100K
I
on
think
Spotify,
we're,
I'm gonna go fucking nuts.
we
You're
were
gonna have to
blacking
bail
out
me
either
of-
way,
In like
but
a week or two.
Yeah, now you're gonna have to like bail me out of jail, boys, if I
Yeah.
get 100K. And now it's like, God, what a foolish idiot I was.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
talking crazy like
Yeah.
that, man.
Yeah.
So it's
That's how it
cool.
was, though.
Yeah, dude. It's all about the freaking grind and growth, man. Just like
Yeah.
that's what I respect about what you do and all that. It's like kind of like in a way you gotta look at it as like underdogs. Like
We are,
that's
man.
why I like you a lot. You're never in
Yeah.
like the cliquish shit and all that. Like
Yeah.
I think that's probably why we gravitate, but it's all
Yeah.
about hard work and all that. So it's cool to see the growth.
What would you tell like a young artist for as far as like social media goes? I know like it gets a lot of hate where
Yeah.
younger people are like, I don't want to do social media. I just want to be an artist or a songwriter. Like, what are your kind of standpoints on that?
And I would say, and a lot of guys would not like this, but like if you're gonna try to be an artist or a singer songwriter, you're just as much as a social media influencer.
You got to do it.
Like you have to do it. I feel like if you don't do it, like I want to call like to your face, I want to say like you're stupid.
Yeah.
It's just true, man. It's like at this point too, when I only tour selectively if it's a good opportunity or a good money opportunity or I get to open for a lot of a good artist or whatever. And so like utilize if I don't find a way to make money and do the social media thing and like grow your brand because that's how music is all about music now. It's like if you don't have the songs,
You're not
don't-
only selling music, you're selling your lifestyle and who
dude.
you are.
And like
what
people
you are.
love that, man. Like if you don't have a following on there and like people aren't listening to your songs, why are you playing shows?
Yeah.
Because like that's the reason people show up because like, hey, I like these 10
Yeah.
songs.
I'm just telling you, dude, Lexi's going to be a celeb too, dude.
Yeah, I mean, what's your next move?
Yeah.
I just get nervous.
Getting nervous. No,
nervous.
but I would say definitely do the social media thing. I mean, I feel like I'm an influencer at this point. Like, I will stress out if I've not posted
Yeah.
for a day. I'm like, boys, I'm being lazy. You know
Me too, dude. I haven't been live in 2 days and I'm freaking out.
That's what I hear from her. She's like, have you gone live? And they should kind of give you that look of like, do you care about your life? You know what I mean? So it's
that's
like,
how it is.
You gonna buy me a damn house or what?
for real, man. But like, I don't know. I would definitely say social media is the way if you're independent. Now, I mean, like Morgan Wallen and Jason Aldean can say, hey, I got a song dropping at midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, right away.
Must be nice, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We have to go on there and be like, hey, pre-order for 6 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Every day and go live for 2
we
followers.
were putting my last song we just put out, Always You. Like they were wanting to drop it on the 14th. I was like, look, y'all, we need to give it another week. I need time to get these pre-saves. Like I can get
hard,
800, but like I need like another week. You know,
freaking
I gotta
hard.
go live every night. So
Yeah. And that gets taxing. Like, even though it sounds silly, that can be tiring sometimes. Dude.
it can be tiring if the song's like not performing well on the
if it's
platform.
blowing up, it's like, boys, let's go live.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's
Like
fun.
Always You is good. Like people are liking that song, so
Totally.
it's fun.
It's
But
a
like,
banger, by the
what
way.
other songs like that I really believed in, like Up Yours and things like that. I mean, I know people love that song that probably watch this podcast and like interact with social media, but like from like a new listener or something like that, it didn't really take like I thought it would.
Right.
And it was hard, but I mean,
Yeah.
you just got to do it. You know
You
what I
have
mean?
to. There's
And
no-
like every time I put out a song, whether it's done like really well or maybe not as good as another one, like you said, nothing's going to do terrible.
Yeah. It's all building.
You always
too.
learn something new. You know what I
Totally.
mean?
And it's just always funny. Like, I'll put that EP out and like, I'll have a handful of people be like, pick the least popular song. Like, hey, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
So that's why it's always like, hey, you put it out, man, somebody's going to like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's just 10 people, you know, it doesn't
It's
matter.
like, and yeah, it's like you'll go look at your, Spotify for artists and you'll be like, man, this song had Blue Collar Prayers has 100 spins today.
yeah.
You're like, damn, that sucks. And then you go play a show, and then you're like doing the meet and greet.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, I listen to this song probably 10 times a day. I was like, oh, that's where
That's
that 100
you.
came
Yeah,
from
that's
right
you,
there.
man.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool, man.
That's how I felt like to give a country boy a call. Man, we couldn't get it to really blow
We couldn't
up.
get to blow up.
But like, we played those shows and people were singing it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all just fucking too lazy to pre-order? What's going on,
Yeah, let's
man?
go.
Hey,
on.
by the time this comes out, it'll be crossed 1 million on Spotify.
It's already, it's out, man.
Crossed
It's
a million
over
on
1 million.
Spotify.
Yeah, let's go.
And Hayden said something to me the other day. It's like, we got like, what, 1 million views on
Over 2 million on
over
YouTube.
2 million on YouTube. And I was like, dude, that's all you. That had nothing to do with me.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to YouTube.
It's good. Do you read some of the comments on there sometimes?
God,
They're
yeah,
hilarious.
Dude. We did like
Somebody said you look like a troll on there. the other day.
yeah, dude. People like they'll rip you up on YouTube. I feel like YouTube
The
and,
car battery thing, we get ripped on that all the time.
YouTube and
Oh,
TikTok are both just like, you better bring your ass with you. I mean, it's
Yeah.
savage season
Yeah.
out there.
That never bothers me anymore.
No.
It used to at first. When
Yeah.
I first started reading it, I was like, damn.
Dude, when Better Off blew up, man, oh my lord!
Better
I mean,
Off will make
people
you
coming out the woodwork to rip my ass.
Really?
You know?
What'd they
my
say?
God, they were mainly okay. So once again, man, I never had a video go viral.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, let's just get. We bought all that shit for the video.
Oh, yeah, it didn't have dirt
like
on
20
it.
minutes before we shot at Home Depot.
Yeah.
And so like people like, you fucking lazy piece of shit. There's no dirt on your shirt. You never worked a damn day in your life. All this stuff,
Yeah.
man. And then
I remember all that.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
We did hate comments.
But now, if you ever use construction stuff, you rub them around in the dirt.
Well,
now.
see, that's what. So
You know?
the next video I did with Trevor was in it for Good Old Boys.
Yeah.
I had mud all over my face and shirt
Yeah.
the entire time, and it had nothing to do with the song.
Yeah.
And people were just
Yeah.
like, why are you dirty? And that's
Yeah.
when Trevor ended the video, and it's like, dude, why are you so dirty? And the video just ends.
I watched your video with BMO in it yesterday.
dude.
Yeah.
Where's the whiskey, man?
Where's the
He
whiskey?
can also shout
Dude,
to
he
BMO.
can act.
He's kind of like a little actor out
He
there.
just texted
man.
me. He wants to know if y'all are coming to Live Oak tonight.
I guess I'll stop by. I told him I'd come see him. I don't know how the YouTube works. He pulled a little gun on somebody in the video.
Yeah.
Love that.
Gun violence.
Gun violence.
Yeah. Try that in a small town.
Try that. in a small town. Yeah, it was fake. It was a prop. It was a prop. Nah, he did good.
It was a BB gun.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
still a gun. You can shoot
killed
your
it.
eye out.
Yeah, poke your eye out, kid.
Well, dude, thanks for coming on the pod. Do you feel like we left anything out? You think we're good?
Man, I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
I'm just glad to be on, man. I'm one of the pod fans. I'm gonna
Yeah,
drink
dude.
beer and watch this when it comes out.
Hell yeah.
That's what I
Hell
do
yeah.
with y'all's pod. I watch
Awesome.
you guys and busting with the boys.
Busting with the
And
boys.
we're gonna read the comments. So if you know what gaslighting is, drop a comment.
Drop a comment. Yeah.
Or gaslight us in the comments.
Yeah, gaslight us up, dude.
Y'all be sure to go follow Hayden. It's Hayden Coffman, right?
Yeah, or Hayden Coffman music. It just
Music,
depends.
yeah.
You'll find me.
Be
You'll
sure
see
to
me.
go catch him and his girl Lex at the show.
Go buy some merch.
Go buy some
Yeah.
merch and support them. We love y'all and thank y'all for watching the DM Monday podcast. Please rate and subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. Peace out.
Let's go.
You, I was looking for, baby, even though I didn't know it at the time. Kinda wish you wouldn't have kept me waiting. Now I got you for the rest of my life. Worth the wait and all the heartache. Girl, your love ain't a minute too soon. The answer to the prayers that I prayed. It was always you. Can't say that it really makes sense. We're about as night and day as it gets. Like a missing piece, we just fit like your hand and mine does too. It was always you I was looking for, baby.